Hey, bitches. I'm sitting kind of weird here. I don't know why, but whatever. I've been, I've not been here. I've not been online. Everything up behind me looks like a complete mess because it is. I'm so messy. I'm not even gonna bother cleaning this shit up. It's just that, you know, I really gotta do what brings me joy. And to be fair, cartomancy still is my life. I love it. It's part of my daily practice. It gets deeper and deeper every day. I enjoy it more every day. I really enjoy posting on my Instagram, not to gain following, just for me, for myself. Um, but I have sort of, like the purpose of this channel has always sort of been talking about decks, the newest of the newest, unboxing shit, cool books, cool decks. But it was a bit, to be fair, let's call it what it is. It was a bit consumer driven. And I just haven't been purchasing enough to keep that form of channel going. And the reason for that being not me not having enough money for it or anything like that, but guys, the shit that is coming out is so below average. It's all so boring. Like, the market has is sort of saturated. We've sort of basically seen every freaking deck there is to see. We've bought every book there is to buy. New tarot books that are coming out have these horrible, horrible essays in them with super illogical, horrible essays about what people feel cards mean. And, that can be fab, but I don't know, it's just all become a bit like, it sort of used to be a form of escapism and spirituality, and it's sort of become a social justice warrior political act which, once again, is fine if that's your thing, but that's not what I'm here for. And it's also become sort of a like hyper commercial, annoying thing where people equate being a successful reader to the amount of followers someone has. And in order for you to do that, you have to act a very certain way. So you need to be extra loud, extra sassy, extra annoying. And I'm a bad bitch with a potty mouth, but I'm also pretty chill. Like, if you guys have watched my videos, you've probably noticed that I'm not that that reader, that we see a lot on the TikToks and on here on YouTube. So, this sounds very negative, and this sounds like, oh, another one who we're like losing and they're not coming back. It's not that at all. It's just that I'm sort of figuring out what I am going to do with this channel, how I am going to make it fun, and honestly, if I can't even find joy in me posting a, hey, these are the decks that I've been using this month video, like, why would I even, like, I still have that practice where I pick out decks and I put them in my cute little like tray below, and I use them and I work with them, and then I have some decks here on my desk, and I have that. I could film a video like that, but I'm just not interested in it for some reason. It doesn't spark joy. What has been sparking joy a lot to me right now is taking walks in nature, going through the theater, getting out there, doing stuff, meeting people. And that's stuff that I haven't found joy in for a long time. So, like, some decks that I have had in new that I've really liked are, this one's really funny, the Business Astrology Oracle, by some girl, and then art by Prism and Fleur. I like Prism and Fleur a lot. It's a Hay House deck. It's, you know, Hay House cardstock kind of sucks, but to be fair, Hay House have been releasing some bangers, and for some reason, like, I have lots of astrology decks, but I don't really like the concept of an astrology deck because astrology isn't random and card pools are. However, the way this deck is worded, I actually kind of want to pull a card for me and the collective right now. And this card is for anyone who stumbles across this video, even if it is in 10 years time. If you find this video, this reading will still be valid. It's valid across all space and time. So, you know, just wanted to make sure of that for you guys. You guys must be thinking, what the fuck does he have behind him? a lot of like collectible toys and shit like that. So let's see which cards we get. We get Leo, which is interesting because that's coming up, and it says creatress. Well, I hate that word, but this is an energy that, and this is actually a really nice bridge as well. But this creative energy is sort of, it's bubbling under the surface right now, waiting to break free. And I have been working on a deck. It's been kind of dead, and I need to pick it back up, and I do feel that. But, you know, and we are approaching Leo season, so that's good. So it will be a great time for creating, but something is blocking me right now. I don't know how that feels for you guys. Then I got Aries Warrior Queen. So this is telling me, yes, we are creating, but also we're going to have to struggle a bit, and we're going to have to fight for it a little bit, which is not something I regularly like. But then we also have the 5th house, which says curiosity. So maybe, you know, maybe we need to peek not just behind the veil, but maybe we need to open up to different ideas, different mediums. I actually, so I've been working on a photo collage follow-up deck to my Carry Me Home Oracle, but there has been a drawn project that is sort of, that I was sort of working on, that has sort of been on the back burner, and I feel like I might want to restart that or redo that. So I've really been liking, like, even though, like I said, I hate a lot of, like, once again, like, you do you, but this is very girl bossy. I don't really, like, I'm not even interested in using business for astrology. So everything about this deck, apart from the art, should be something that I hate. But for some reason, it's really been clicking and resonating. And when a deck works, this could have been words on pieces of paper with just a blank background, and it would have been just as fab as it is right now. If it works, it works. What's also been a bit, like, annoying to me personally is all of these AI decks. You know, like, I keep talking about it. Like, guys, believe me when I say that I know how it works. I created a whole fucking AI deck just because I wanted to see how long it would take to do a 44 card oracle. It took a day. From, you know, writing down titles to writing prompts, downloading the images and putting it in Procreate in the format, it took a day. And what I've been seeing as well is, so there was this huge influx of AI decks. Stop whining, they're gorgeous. It's just a tool. You need to accept that this is going to be the future. Now when I look on secondhand sites like Vinted, eBay, it's this barrage of AI decks. Same people who've been buying them all are now trying to get rid of them all, and it's just causing clutter. I have been getting rid of lots of decks, and I actually I'm feeling quite overwhelmed because there's lots of decks around me, because I really need to clear out this room a little, because I've been sleeping here because my husband snores sometimes, and it gets really bad. So sometimes, you know, a couple weeks out of the year I sleep upstairs, but that sort of also means that everything gets pushed to the side. So I need to do something about that. Also, I really haven't been feeling pulled to, like I said, I have lots of decks here, still way too many if you ask me, but still, I'm very content with what I have. There's very little that I allow into my collection unless I'm super intrigued. There was the Earth and Sky Oracle by Hay House that I really liked, also because it had some interesting male deities in it, which, you know, we rarely see. So I got that. What else did I get? I got that Kyle Gray Ascended Master Oracle because I really wanted it, and it was like under a tenner for me, so that was really good. It was on sale. But I'm not really feeling the need to invite like a lot more energy, like a lot of more decks into my collection, especially not tarot decks, because I can't stress this to you guys enough, you know, and you guys, you know, love believing in these fairy tales, and, you know, like, to each their own. And I'm, you know, I've had it. I'm done with having nuanced discussions about this. Honestly, I think y'all are soft as fuck. This deck has this voice, and I use that deck for love readings, and I use that deck for readings like that, and I use this tarot deck for... No, no, you don't. You don't need to. I just love looking at pretty pictures. That's why I have all these decks. Do I need them, and do they give me very specific readings? No. Could I pretend like they do? Yeah, I could, but I won't, because I'm a responsible adult and I'm done buying tarot decks for all these different purposes that they inherently don't have. Now, unless there is something about the guidebook that makes it really special, or text on the cards. I was looking around to see if I have Radley's Angel decks here, but I don't, but that's fine. They must be somewhere around, but I can't seem to find them right now. They're probably somewhere behind me. For example, this one, the Sweet Forager's Tarot. Do I need this deck? No. It's not in the least bit interesting to me, art-wise, nor imagery-wise. It does not have interesting pips. It's very RWS. It's very cookie cutter, but it's, you know, it's sort of fairy tale-esque and cutesy, but it's not something that is for me. Not at all. I fucking love this deck, because this deck is a great... This deck does something in the guidebook, which I will show you guys. I got this for €5 at TK Maxx. €5. But, you know, and cheap isn't always better. But, you know, like I said, so another pull. This is for all of us across space and time. We got the Queen of Cups. Now, she does have some, like I said, some of the depictions are highly original. But this is very RWS clone. Queen of Cups. So, for this deck, I love using the guidebook. It's a very small, tiny guidebook. It's a pocket deck. It's probably my favorite pocket deck. So let's go to the Queen of Cups. You need to learn to love yourself as much as you love others, she giggled, submerged in her bubble bath. Occasionally, she sipped from an enchanted glass floating nearby. I'm a mother of 3 and the ruler of my village. I pour everything I have into my people and their well-being. It's a weight I carry every day, but once a week, I pour inward. She smiled at the glass, enjoying her play on words. I shifted awkwardly, feeling like I might be intruding on her alone time. I learned that I can't give what I don't have, so taking care of myself takes priority. She tossed back what was left of her drink and closed her eyes, sinking deeper into her bath. Can't pour from an empty glass and all that. So in this deck and in these cards, like, all the cards are also framed, as you can see. They all have these frames around the picture. We are peering into these fantasy worlds, and we're getting bits of story. That's really special. That's something that is interesting for me to read, rather than, you know, a lot of the boring shit that I see in most guidebooks every day. For example, love this. Love the Wild Unknown. It's brilliant. This, however, waste of paper. There's nothing in here of value. There, I said it. I'm so glad I have this pocket version. But I would probably bring this over that with me. Like, honestly, like, This is brilliant. I don't hear anyone talking about this ever because, the same people who will bitch and moan about a guidebook not being there with a deck are the same people that will never read the freaking guidebook. um, so yeah, I haven't really been feeling the, because there's not a lot of special shit coming out. I haven't really been feeling the need to add lots of things to my tarot collection because everything's boring AF. And I really feel like as a collective, and I'm talking to you creators, fellow creators, because as much of a small, tiny little bitch that I am in this tarot sphere and how small my voice may be, you all need to do better. Stop with the fucking AI. Stop with the half-hearted guidebooks. They're not that great. Like, especially if your sole job is to write the deck, do better. It's not that difficult. So yeah, haven't been wowed by a tarot deck in a long time, except for this one. And there have been a couple of other ones that I've loved. I've really loved my Galactic Star. Once again, not, well, the art's gorgeous, but that's always the case. But the guidebooks really, really have something to add. Another tarot deck that I've really been enjoying, The Age of Aquarius. Love it. It's really, like, once again, gorgeous art. I have, like, 2-3 other tarot decks that art-wise look like this. It has that Daniel Noel style, that Prism and Fleur style, that Yana St. Levy style. The guidebook adds to my practice. It adds, it feeds me, it replenishes my cup. An oracle that I've really been loving that I have gotten in new is this, the Animal Spirit Oracle by Rockpool Publishing. I really love the art by this girl. Unfortunately, like what Rockpool does with their, this is also like insane gilding. Look at that. Look at how cool that is. And it's really good cardstock too. It's really thick, but also very bendy. It has this nice finish. But Rockpool do have like slim decks. It's like 36 cards, and I'm not really a size queen, but I do prefer, like, 36 is my bare minimum, and I prefer 44 or more. So, but still, so because cartomancy is all about chance and fate and luck, and you can only pull about 10% of the deck for it to still make sense. Otherwise, you get too many duplicates, especially when you do readings in a public setting for a longer period of time. So yeah, ooh, love this. Once again, I'm getting signs that are very much giving me potent, you need to go back and work on your drawn deck vibes. I got the Buffalo, and in this deck, this card is about abundance and wealth, and in my deck, this card is very much about loyalty. I was working on this very wild, nature-esque, sexy men deck, and I may have to revisit it. Like, I've gotten so much flack for my drawing style that I'm kind of insecure about my work, but yeah, this I almost dropped it. This deck's gorgeous, really cute. The box is way too big, doesn't make any sense, but whatever. It's gorgeous, it's really cute, very usable, gorgeous art. Another one that I've really been loving is this Oracle of the Phoenix. I used to have it in German, now I have it in English. Since we're still here, let me pull you a card from this as well. I'm actually burning up here upstairs. It's so fucking hot. And I have been doing some cool stuff. I recorded a podcast with a Dutch creator who just has a new book out, and that'll be online. It's this girl, Catalina Filippo. Most of you guys won't be able to understand it because it's in Dutch, but I will probably post the link over here in my community tab and also on my Instagram. It should be fun. We were talking about masculine energy, which is quite a controversial topic, but still, it was a really cool conversation, and I can't wait for the world to hear it. Once again, we're getting an affirmation. Just do it. Just do it. Also, this is a really cool deck. This deck looks like it is AI art, but it's not. It's an actual artist that just does this photorealistic style a lot. It's great. It's a really, really good deck filled with Phoenix energy, which I love. So yeah, I really, really, really probably should get back into my creativity. Maybe share a little bit more of that on here and on Instagram. But guys, honestly, like, don't expect me to be posting lots on here. If you want to stay up to date with what I do, make sure you follow me on Instagram at masculine_intuition_readings. For now, it's been fun to be back, sort of. You know, this has been sort of chill, just talking. Oh, what I've been forgetting, though, because I was going to sign off. Obviously, you heard it in the tone of my voice. Working with this has been fabulous. So I've been pulling monthly weavers, and I've only pulled 2 because I've had this for 2 months. But they've been sort of scary and sort of predictive, and also sort of, you know, and not predictive in a way, like, oh, mom, you know, that this is very much stern mommy energy. Mom, like, I know, but thanks for the advice, you know, but thanks for the advice. Very much those vibes. So for May, I pulled silence, which felt weird to me, but I also knew that I had to crawl inward a little bit more. And then for June, I got dance. And I've been dancing through life and enjoying myself. And that's what everybody should be doing, I feel like. Like, even, especially during these times, try to get out, try to enjoy yourself. What I'm gonna go do right now is I'm going to head the fuck back downstairs because it's hot. Thanks for watching. Once again, I have not forgotten about you guys. Love you guys, but I'm very much living my real life right now, and that doesn't involve posting on YouTube a lot. So once again, follow me on Instagram. I love you guys, and I will see you whenever, but just good vibes, okay? I promise. Bye-bye.